We are just about 2 weeks away from the start of school for some South Carolina districts, and that means many families trying to find the best deals on back-to-school supplies. Now, unfortunately, inflation is impacting that too. WCNC Charlotte's Jane Monreal joining us live in North Charlotte. So, Jane, a lot of families are really worried about this, and it makes sense. Everything's costing more this time.
You're absolutely right, Carolyn. In front of Best Buy, where there are a ton of back-to-school supplies that are, on sale and everything. But because of a recent poll done by the National Retail Federation, they're actually saying that it is inflation that surpasses COVID as the #1 concern for consumers. And that has a lot of people thinking what to do with their dollars. You might think that families might cut back on purchases. On the contrary, experts say that purchases for back-to-school supplies are increasing as well.
Retail sales grew 7% in 2020, 14% in 2021, and currently we're 7% above 2021 levels.
In a recent online discussion of back-to-school trends for 2022, Mark Matthews at the National Retail Federation says high demand is creating supply chain challenges, which are helping to drive up the prices of hard goods. However, consumers are simply adjusting depending on their priorities.
They're switching to cheaper alternatives. They're looking for coupons and sales more often, purchasing store brands and shopping at discount stores.
He says roughly 40% of back-to-school shoppers plan on cutting back in other areas.
Necessities are the most protected segment of retail, and getting kids off to school with clothes that fit and all the accessories that they need is definitely a necessity.
The organization says families are expecting to spend roughly $864 this school year. That's about $15 more than last year.
As of July, about 68% of back to school and college shoppers say that they've noticed higher prices on items that they're buying for the season, with clothing being the top area they've seen higher prices. Again, that might account for some of that increase in spending this year.
She says purchases of electronics have dramatically increased since the onset of the pandemic.
Similar rates of purchasers for things like laptops, calculators, and mobile devices. But we are seeing a little more softness in things like electronics accessories, computer mice, speakers, and printers.
Now, coming up at 6, how a North Charlotte business is encouraging parents to tune up their tech instead of buying brand new. What they say that parents could look out for to ensure that their students are better prepared for the upcoming school year. We're live in North Charlotte. Jane Monreal, WCNC Charlotte.
Jane, thanks so much.